Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Hey, this is Spiffy Vengeance, and I'm reporting for the Heikadelic Show. In behind me, you can see the War of the Worlds going on as we speak. It's amazing. It's a light show. It's over the Pickering Darlington nuke plant, but we're not sure what's going on. We think it's aliens, because if you watch, we've been watching this for almost an hour now, and the light show is incredible. What we thought was just a storm appears to be possibly alien invading the Durham region. This is Stiffy Vengeance, and I am going to try and stay awake and watch the show behind me, and hopefully I won't get probed. See you on the Heikadelic Show Monday night.
So yeah, those Halloween haunt guys are really something, aren't they? I like the video, and they're kind of scary. But I hope to see them again, maybe live next time. But I am going to check out their socials and look them up on Facebook for sure. And I'm going to like them because I like them. See you next time.
All right, I was just getting into that. Cheers, Kathy.
Well, play the full version some night.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hello, boys, and hello, fans. Welcome to another edition of the Heikadelic Show. Woohoo!
Wow.
May 1st. May 1st. Holy crap.
So
time flies when you're having fun.
So it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you, right?
That's right.
Star Wars-y thing. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you. Gordon Lightfoot dies at age 84.
Wow.
Today on the 4th.
Right now.
Right now.
Breaking news.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh, really? Wow.
You heard it here first on the Heikadelic Show.
Wow, yeah, because he cancelled the tour recently, didn't he? Or an appearance, I should say, more than a tour.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So,
yes,
it's crazy. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's just funny because my Uncle Gord passed away today. Or George passed away today. And now we got George and Gord, and my granddad's name was Gord. So, it's just
I'm
weird.
confused already.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, me too.
No, I said it fucked up. So la, la, la,
Bar's open.
La, 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 la.
All together now.
1, 2 banana, 3 banana.
All right. We're off and running.
Yes, we are. All right. So what's new, boys? Anything exciting happened last week?
Oh, wow. Okay, let me tell you what happened to me. All right, I'm going to tell you already.
All right.
Okay.
So right now, I feel like I got beat up. Literally, I feel like I got beat up. I think I'm. If I didn't break something in my foot, I've definitely screwed up a bone in my foot.
Uh-oh.
So every muscle on my body is aching.
Yes.
I played soccer against some 11-year-olds.
Oh, nice.
I was goalie. We won. Parents won.
Okay.
But, oh my God. So
it's the parents against the kids?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's fun.
But so you got some pretty competitive parents too, right? So it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I'm a fairly competitive guy. Like I'm stupid that way, right? Like I'm 25,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
This is not 25 anymore. So I was like, literally, I was diving, I was fucking sliding, I was, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Got kicked in the
Gotta-
face a couple times. It was great. Good old days.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Yeah. Got to be cool
Almost-
for the kids.
Almost made me feel like I want to start doing it fucking again.
Oh yeah.
But
I
then
did that. Yeah.
I landed on my foot. There was this kid coming, and I knew he was going to try and deke me out. I knew this kid because I've watched this kid
Yeah.
play his whole life.
Yeah.
So he comes up and he goes out. So I pretend to go with him, and then I dig in, and I know he's going to kick in, so I dive back in. But when I
Yeah.
land, like I slide, and when I landed on my foot, and I jammed my foot into the ground.
Oh,
So
nice.
Nice.
What-
for
yeah.
sure, yeah.
but he didn't score.
No.
So it was worth it.
That's what's important. Yeah, of course.
So
I did that
just so
too
you
a couple
know,
years
it
ago.
ended
Oh,
up being 8-6 parents.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Nice.
Just
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Last
Been there,
goal was
done
even
that.
an accident.
so are you okay to walk around, or is that?
Yeah.
It's not your drumming foot, is it?
Yes, it is. It's my kick foot.
Oh, you got 2 gigs this week.
I do.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
You're gonna have to get the
Yeah.
pedals.
Wrap
like
it
the
up tighter and take Advil.
Yeah, just have some medicine.
Yeah.
I thought I might get some pedals like what's it called from Def Leppard.
Well,
Rick Allen.
okay. So speaking of that, I actually do have stuff like that. Triggers, they're called, right?
Okay.
I do play with those. So thankfully, I can actually turn the sensitivity up on my trigger, and I don't have to hit as hard. I don't have to stomp to get the big bass sound out.
Right.
And
Okay.
That's all right. Then.
it is.
So it's okay, Hamilton. Don't panic.
Oh no, Hamilton. Is that where I am Friday?
Yes, it is.
Thanks.
And you're in Pickering on Saturday. Yeah.
yeah. Hamilton.
Yeah, Hills Pub. Ritson and Taunton. Dead easy to find. You'll be there.
Isn't that Oshawa?
That's
Oshawa,
Oshawa.
sorry. Oshawa,
Oshawa.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to
Ritson
say,
and
holy shit, what do you mean Pickering? I thought he was in
I
Oshawa.
don't know why I thought Pickering then.
So what's with the water boy?
I don't know. It just said fucking put a title.
You're either
so,
you're either the voice of an angel or you're a water boy.
you're the water boy. Yeah.
That's what
Gotcha.
you really were. You weren't the goalie at all. You were the water boy, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
The voice
hurt your
of
foot
an
running.
angel.
With the water bottles. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. No, you wanted to know something. It's funny you say that because actually I carried in we gave all the kids water bottles. We gave and the parents.
Right.
So we gave
Yep.
them all team logoed water bottles. It was kind of a little treat.
Yep.
Yeah. But they were filled. So because we're like, hey, here you go, so you can have one on the field, right?
Yeah.
You know those
That
plastic
gets-
tubs?
Oh, that would be heavy.
Yeah, I had two of those filled.
Oh,
Wow.
that's heavy.
So I'm trying to carry it because we're trying to do it, sneak, like, because, we didn't tell anybody we did it, right? So we're trying to do it sneakily and fucking bring it in. And I'm trying, hey, you just grab that door, please. But don't look.
Yeah. Should have bought a dolly.
Yeah, wouldn't have worked. Not with the
Congrats.
plastic tubs, it would have broke right through it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it was
Wow.
indoor. So I played on indoor
indoor.
for my first time.
Yeah.
Have
what'd
you
think of
guys
that?
ever played anything on AstroTurf?
Yeah.
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 Soccer.
It's fucking slippery, eh?
It burns.
Totally different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
soft.
Yeah,
It's,
but
it's really soft. It's
when you
weird.
go down though, like when you go down on your knees, you don't slide. You go. Yeah, I've got road rash on my knees.
But yeah.
Oh, perfect.
You want to know
Wow.
something? I'm telling you, so it's U11 kids, right? So that's
Right.
You they were born in 2011 and over,
Right.
Gotcha.
right? So like, yes, you have to be before
Yeah.
December, however they split it. Anyways,
Right.
so these kids have been playing together forever, and they're tight as hell. I honestly don't think in another year or two we would be able to beat them.
Mm.
We did, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't try as hard as we could have. Like, but if we did,
So you didn't kick the ball hard and hit one of the little kids in the head and they go flying.
One kid got it. One kid got it. Yeah, there's always the one kid, right?
Yeah, gets nailed by his dad or something.
Oh no,
Or-
it was by the coach. It was by the coach. Yeah, the coach
Even
just
better.
labeled him, right? Whack.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then the other coach actually ran over a kid.
Oh,
And it was-
perfect.
yeah, because he was just running and he's running after him and he's, oh shit, you know what I mean? Oops, sorry. I was
Damn 11-year-olds.
grabbing kids because I was playing goalie, right? So I was grabbing kids' ankles. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
They come up at
What
the
a
ball,
guy.
and I yell at them, right? And I grab the ball.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You're like, holy shit. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
That's funny. Wow, okay. So you can't even not hurt yourself playing soccer with the kids. You're just a maniac.
Fuck, man, no. I'm just stupid. They said I'm 25 upstairs.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's it.
You don't, your body and your mind don't really
No.
get out of sync, right?
No.
Yeah, they don't really chat well.
That's why
No.
I'm realizing, man, I'm a little more out of shape than I thought I was.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
I hurt this much after running and I honestly, like, people were going, wow, man, like that's crazy that you were like, I was diving and shit, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was fun. But it was fun, you know what I mean? It wasn't like trying to kill myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've fallen enough, I know how to dive.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to cue something up here while we're talking. So, do you guys?
Ah,
Oh,
Kathy's got to pop out, so
Yeah.
she wants to know if we could do the backside now.
Yeah.
Sure we can.
I was just looking for a way to segue into that.
Well, let's
Oh,
do it.
Yeah?
Let's
Yeah.
do
Well,
it.
Kathy beat you to it.
Make
Are
sure
we
they're
doing the
married.
intro, or is he just going to do
We're
it?
going straight in.
Go straight
Come on,
in.
boys with the controls. We're going straight in? Okay.
Going straight in.
Dun, 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 dun,
You have the floor.
dun, dun, dun.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on, it's upside down. There you go.
Oh, geez, now it makes sense. I just go, wow, that's a good picture.
It's okay, I'm dyslexic. Can you turn it around
Wow.
backwards because I'm dyslexic?
Interesting. So is that the band down there?
That is the band down there, yeah.
That is a 5-piece band.
Yeah.
So circa whenever. What year?
This particular, I think this would be like mid 60s. Mid to like, not late 60s, but, you know,
Oh,
late
Kathy says Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is our first attempt.
Attempt.
guess.
Oh, that's not a good attempt, Kathy. Apparently.
I think there's only 4 members in Pink Floyd, wasn't there?
Well,
I would say that's got to be
that was
Aerosmith.
super loud.
It was one. Sorry about that. We did do a
Aerosmith.
sound check before we came on.
Aerosmith.
Is that the band?
That is the band.
That is the band.
Yeah.
Don't go away that quick, George. You can give us a little bit.
Am I on mute?
No, we can hear you, Ringo.
Nope, we hear you.
Aerosmith.
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 Wow.
Yeah, you want to know how
The
do you
Fab Five.
just let's take
What's
a little
that?
because we're on
Fab
Aerosmith.
Five.
What was Ringo's guess there?
The Fab Five.
Who are the Fab Five?
It's the band that came out after the Fab Four.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Kathy wants to know UK or US band.
UK.
UK 5-piece band from 60s,
From the
70s.
60s.
Yeah.
They are from the 60s. Are they known
Yeah, but-
from the 60s and 70s or 60s?
And the 70s.
Are they
Without
still
a-
together?
Pretty much. Most of them.
Without
Most
a
of them?
question, it's Blood
This
Rock.
group is still together.
The band's kind of still going. Yeah. There's.
It's got to be like the fucking Rolling Stones.
Is it the Rolling? You said that last week, Derek. Come on. You said it last week.
Oh wow!
Well, he's so close
Yeah,
last week
yeah.
when I thought he's almost there when you said, "Did they lose a drummer?" I thought,
Yeah,
"Oh
right.
wow!" I thought you'd had it. I felt so bad to have to buzz you.
That was kind of a good guess, the Yardbirds, but not the one.
Oh, the Yardbirds, no.
Yeah.
Well,
And Kathy admits defeat. All right.
right.
Well,
Well, you want to know something? I was like, that's the only band that could be. You said they're still around. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Well,
only one band.
Yeah.
Been touring
Definitely
for
the
70
Bull
years.
hairdo.
How many?
yeah, there's not.
Well, there's Mick and Keith are still going, and then I think all the
Ron.
other originals are dead now, aren't they? The original Stones.
Well, Ron's not an original, right? Ron,
No,
Ron
no,
Wood?
he's not. He replaced. Who did he replace? He replaced.
Yeah.
Wow. Why don't
Um,
I just look that up?
Oh, he replaced the guy who replaced Brian Jones. Mick. What's he called? Mick something.
All right, I will find out.
Yeah, he replaced that guy.
Huh.
Mick. Oh, what's his name?
Hey Siri. Oh, nope.
It was with him for about 3 years, I think, after
Yeah.
Brian Jones passed away. Well, actually, Brian Jones got sacked, didn't he? He didn't leave the Stones as
He
such.
got sacked.
He got sacked.
He got sacked.
He got sacked from the band.
So, guys, I want
Because you
to
would-
share something with you here.
All right.
Do
Mick
you
Taylor.
remember-
Mick Taylor.
I can't remember.
Mick Taylor.
I can't remember if this was in the radio studio or if it was later, but there was an artist who came on named Max. He called in, I believe. He was in a band called Triple Murder. Do you remember that, Mike? A little bit?
Vaguely.
Derek, I think you would have been a guest at that time.
I think that was back in the studio days.
George, I do have your answer.
Mick Taylor.
It's Mick Taylor, Ian Stewart, Mick Avery, and Dick Taylor.
Well, Mick Avery was from the Kinks.
But he, at one point, was a member of the Rolling Stones.
Ian Stewart was one of the founding members. Yeah.
Oh, just the founding. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to...
What about the guy?
Okay, so hang on. I want to... Hey, James.
Hi, James.
And we
Right,
got
James.
Murph on as well. Derek's band is playing at Hills Pub.
Hi, Murph. I
Yeah,
met
we're playing
Murph.
at Hills Pub. So this is the band we interviewed. So Max from Triple Murder. This is kind of what they sound like. Anyway, their song is called Cannibalistic, so it's pretty outrageous, but they're also a really heavy band. Okay. Now, Max has got a new release out, and he was floating it around this weekend. And it's actually pretty interesting because it's nowhere near the kind of genre. And let me spin that for you guys. If I can get over to my screen again. Here we are. And that's and Stop sharing. And then we're going to do this.
Too many buttons to push.
Yeah, it is too many buttons to push. Okay, so this is Max's latest concoction, and he's got it out on Spotify. Very different from that
Oh, yeah.
raisin metal, right?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Quentin Tarantino.
Just like music I have listened to when I get a massage.
Yeah, lips pressed against the glass. Pour the whiskey to the top and tell myself the shit won't last. Another mark on the calendar. Days turn to nights, night into day. Don't about you, but black and white looks really great.
So I turn the page on life and let it pass me by. Whoa, whoa. Just some time with the...
Oh yeah.
Some home studio stuff?
No, so it's gone like directly to a hip hop vibe. Kind of cool though. I listened to
kind of almost reminds me of the new metal kind of genre-ishy.
No, it's not a flip flop. It's straight up hip hop right through, and it's actually pretty damn good. If you know, I'm pretty open to. So that singer for Triple Metal, he's actually a blood relative of the Voice of an Angel. So I can understand why he's so brilliant. But
wow,
yeah, major. Like that guy is a.
Don't be so modest there. Come on.
Yeah, well, of course, right? But he's a shredder, and for him to come up with that kind of stuff, I thought it was very cool. It just goes to show how.
Well, if you're a shredder, that's the, you know what I mean. Like I compare metal to classical because it's the only musical genre that uses all scales in one song. You know what I mean? Like you can be right, yeah, you can, but it's the closest thing to classical music.
Arpeggio sweeps and stuff like that are very classical, and they're also done well. I mean, it's like lightning, right?
Yep.
I almost like when I see, especially younger people that can do that and they're really talented with it. I just feel like
it is, man.
Getting rid of every guitar I own, right? Maybe taking up
that's the same thing, man. Some of these metal guys I play with, they're crazy.
Oh yeah,
I'm sitting there, they're like warming up at 300 BPM, and I'm like, whoa, man,
Old man is on. Let me get my puke bucket. Okay, tell us what you really think there.
That's
pal.
right. Don't sugarcoat it, old man.
There you go.
Let's rock the classical. Okay, I'm running a little behind. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Okay, Mandy. All right.
Hey, man, just yeah, whatever. We'll
take
we'll
your
know
time.
when you're there.
Yeah.
We're
Classic
starting
rock
with
and roll.
watch now. Close rock to classical is Boston. Maybe. I mean, like a lot of bands came out with this kind of flavor of the week. Boston, Styx, a whole bunch of different bands, right? So,
yep.
But no, I'm with you on that. I think
which made them unique. Yep.
Right. Absolutely did. Like when Randy Rhoads started experimenting, and he put that track on the album called D, which was all classical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of guitarists after that just started to, meld classical in to a lot of their songs, and yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I know a little bit of classical, but nothing. I wouldn't even call myself knowing much of anything classical, but I know little tidbits. So kind of
like when you hear like a Bach or something, right? You're
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
There was a band in England that had like a one-off hit, and they were called Love Sculpture. I'm going back, I think it was '69, and they did. And I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's Saber Dance. If you know what that is, it's Kachachurian's Saber, and that was like, it was a huge hit. It was like got to number 2 in the pop charts, but it was a straight lift of this classical piece.
Yeah,
and that was '69, I think 68, 69, and on there. It's a pretty cool tune even today to listen to, actually, if you want to check it out.
I think Hike needs some uppers. He's looking a little like
he's had his massager thing. He was talking about massage before.
You got a little rub down, did you? Little body rub.
We went to the. There's a new flea market that took the place of the Pickering flea market out in the Schwa, in the Schwigety on the south end.
Okay.
So where the old. I don't know what used to be there, honestly, but it's.
Was it like the Zellers? Is there a TD Bank and shit in there?
Yeah, there was the Zellers, and there's TD. Oh, don't use that TD Bank. We saw a guy peeing on it, so it's like no.
Dude, I saw a guy get robbed out of that place, man. That place was so sketchy.
I took
awesome.
$2,000 out of it last week, and then I watched a guy pee.
That is the closest.
I'm not touching that ever again.
That is the closest bank machine.
Yeah.
That's not in a store.
Yeah.
Right. In the south end of Oshawa, you cannot find one once you cross the 401. There isn't one.
There isn't one. No.
There is none. It's all ATMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but and I'll see if I can grab the guy's card, because it was this guy. His booth anyway was set up very Jamaican, and it was like a holistic vendor. So he occupied like 2 floor booths, and he had a lot of like just different paraphernalia and stuff like that. But he did massages and like different things, holistic things. So I thought, you know what, for the price of it, I think it was like $20 for 20 like $1 a minute. So you guys know I broke my shoulder, right? So I mean, I've been battling with that for a while, and then physio honestly helped it, but it's still not quite right. Yeah. So this guy did a massage. I'm not even sure if he's licensed, honestly, but oh my God, I felt so good after it, and I still do, right? Yep. Like I've got a range of motion now that I didn't have before seeing this guy for a half an hour session.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to him every week, like for that
down
price.
Down at the flea market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get his name though, because I mean,
that's cool.
Yeah, there's a few of them that do it, but he's got his own booth, and it's a big booth, and like I said, he sells like he's I think he's from Jamaica. Everything just seems very island like over there, but it yeah, he was really good. And I looked at his card to see if he had a license on it for that, and he's not. So you have to take your chances, I suppose. But he gets people to sign a waiver, which he's very professional, and I was super impressed. But I have to say, like, there's no way I could do this last week. And even like lifting my arm up, I've got a little bit more range, and he did it all correctly, right? So worth checking out. Tell him Ringo sent you.
Okay.
You won't get a discount.
Let's do some Tchaikovsky.
So what's Old Man saying there? For classical, listen to Tchaikovsky, hymn of the Sarabin.
Okay. We'll get right on that.
Someone gave Lucy sugar.
Woo-wee.
Whoa. So, anyways, well, how was everyone's week, man? Like, what'd you do? Did you guys do anything special like over the last week?
I just worked. I worked the last 11 days straight.
11 days. Oof.
What are you working on, Ike?
I'm trying to finishing up this house I'm renovating.
Yeah.
The people moved in on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I had
Is
to
it a
get
new
it all
house?
done. No. It was a rental unit and it was just destroyed inside.
Yeah.
Had to replace every single internal door, windows, repairs to all the drive. It's just wild.
Yeah.
Like even light switches were busted out of the wall.
Wow.
So why don't we, like, can the four of us get together and just brainstorm over some beers and weed someday on how we can, like, let's start a business together that we can almost make drug level money, right? Like,
So you're looking at a low overhead.
low
business.
overhead, passive,
Okay.
ideally passive
You
income.
want cash, right? Low
Cash,
overhead
yeah,
cash
cash,
business,
yep.
right? You want something that's quick. You want something that's seasonal, right? Because you don't want to work all year round.
Right.
So you have to pick what season you want. Myself, I think the money season is it all depends on how creative you want to get, but I think the money season's probably gonna be your summer because you have a longer season than anything else, right?
More options too, right?
Yeah. So you work the best season. So you save up enough to go away for the shitty season.
Yeah.
Why don't
Something
we
quick cash.
move the Heikadelic Show to a yacht?
Hot dog cart.
There you go.
Well, that would be good.
Four hot dog carts. Right?
Yeah.
You all pay yourself and you all pay into the one other hot dog cart.
Right. And we start growing a Heikadelic hot dog.
Yeah.
Heikadelic hot dogs franchise.
Right?
There we go.
Okay.
So then you get somebody to work your hot dog cart. And now we get another hot dog cart working because we have this. So now we have somebody else with our hot dog cart working it.
Yeah.
Right?
So
we're working our hot dog carts, and we just got somebody else a hot dog cart who's now working for us on a hot dog cart that's paid for.
Do you know what we do? We call it the hot dog cartel. All right. So
there you go. Don't give away the name.
Gambino family. All of the hot dogs.
No, we know the Bimbino, not the Bimbino family. We don't
but anyway, whatever. We become the
hot dog cartel. Yeah.
The hot dog cartel. I love it.
There we go.
And what we do is we expand it, and then we kind of nudge out all of the other hot dog vendors, right?
Yeah.
You have to come up with something creative. You have to come up with something. No, you got to come up with something different than anybody else, right?
Well, I did see
hot dog carts went crazy in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that phase has died out. That phase has died out now. Now the 80s and 90s, all that stuff is coming back. So if you get a hot dog cart now you're into gourmet hot dog carts.
I saw this awesome hot dog cart at Heavy Montreal. It was a music festival, and it was a hearse. And so the hearse, you pull out the coffin sled, okay, and it had barbecues on it. And the company was called Dead Meat. And brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we can get some old hearse. I like the hot dog cartel. Like that.
Hot dog cartel.
Yeah. But really, a hot dog cart, if you buy one, right? If we're at the age now where we can buy a hot dog cart.
Yeah.
We don't have to work it.
Shit.
No, we could hire.
My buddy has one for sale.
Yeah.
He told me last weekend.
Yeah.
How much?
Do you want a hot dog cart?
Totally.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Check
maybe.
it out.
Stainless steel with the wheel on it, everything. Yeah, right now. Okay, I'm gonna ask him how much he wants for it.
Go up to my cottage,
You go
sit there at the end of my cottage, drinking freaking bevies, selling
No,
hot dogs.
we want to make drug dealer kind of level of money, right?
Okay,
like,
so
we're not gonna get into
Okay, so we have special
wait a second,
hot
Ringo.
dogs.
Ringo, how
Special hot dogs.
you want to go drug dealer level? Now, what kind of drug dealer experience do you have?
No, like not drugs, right? We want to have a respectable business, but we want to
It's
make.
not how much you sell it for; it's how quick you.
We want to make cartel money, is what we want to make.
Right. Where do you start? You start
With hot dogs.
All the hot dog vendors.
I only trusted me.
Exactly. No,
I don't eat hot dogs.
Right?
I don't eat hot dogs. I sell them.
Yeah, I think we could.
My little friend.
We can have
my
infused hot dogs.
We have to polish the business plan.
Oh, I got it figured out. I even got a location. It's all figured out, Ringo. We'll just talk about it Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Got it.
This is entertainment,
not
business.
Cart. Wait, here we go. Hot dog cart. And I had a girl in a bikini top selling tube steak downtown Barrie. Well, she probably didn't need to be in a bikini top, but that sure helps,
actually, Murph could be our quality control because he is the hot dog king. You know, him and I, that's how we met. You know, eating hot dogs. And we must have stuffed about 20 hot dogs in there.
No.
So Derek, we'll get you to wear a bikini, and you can.
Yeah, there we go. I'll wear a mankini, right? Or that that one that wraps around. It's like a monkey suit.
The Borat.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And I'll be in the trailer, and you can yell over, "Hey, Hike, I need more mayo," and I'll come over with mayo in my Speedo. Right? No problem. We'll sell lots of hot dogs.
Yeah, we heard kind of. It's old news, unfortunately now, but yeah, it's sad to lose the guy.
Yeah,
great guy.
Yeah, that's kind of. We opened the show with that.
Yeah.
Breaking.
Yes. I have a question. I don't know who can answer this, but the Leafs are going to be playing now in Florida.
Yeah.
Why can Canadians not buy tickets to that game?
Okay, so I've got your answer to that one. I got your. It's not Canadians. It's people with non-American credit cards.
Oh,
but it's
not just Canadians. It's everybody with non-American credit cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but isn't Visa everywhere?
Not if it's bought in the States.
Hey,
Visa's a Visa.
A rant.
Visa Canada, Visa United States, Visa. It's gonna all have different spots, right? Because it's going to be different exchanges, different money rates.
But I've used my Visa in the U.S.
Correct, and then they also transfer it over, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's like when I buy something U.S., I go, oh look, this was $260. Why am I paying $600 or $380? Right?
Yeah,
because of the exchange.
Yeah, Murph is saying
but what they're doing,
is people with non-U.S. addresses, right, that can't log in.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is a big issue, right?
That's bullshit.
Offering us go dogehype.com.
Who's this exception?
Chat bot.
It's a bot.
The price is
Look at the picture. It doesn't even look human. It's definitely a bot.
No, it's a dog. Wait a second. I want to make fun of this. Oops, I hit the run. Okay, so this is how people get fucked up too, and this is how you start sharing shit, and people are like, oh, I can get extra people on my thing. If you go and look on their page, they'll like end up offering you like, hey, we can give you 20,000 viewers a day extra if you pay us, right? And you look on their screen and they have like 300 followers. Right? why don't you guys have 20,000 or 100 million followers if you
because they can't pay themselves. They don't have enough money.
So Mandy, yeah, you can pop in anytime. Just hit the link and I'll see you in the green room and we'll pop you on the screen. So yeah, anytime. We are good to go. Keisha, I'm sure there's some Leaf fans in America too, right? Absolutely. Like in Florida, they would be rooting for the Leafs big time because that's where all the snowbirds go, right? Florida, Miami, all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So to this Brit here, who was raised on football or soccer. So right, this next round, what is it? What round is it like?
Oh, it's the
it's the second round.
Second round, right?
Yep.
So it's the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinal. It's like a quarterfinal then.
Yes.
Well, they've done
but 8 teams. 8 teams then. Is that right?
After this is 8 teams, right?
Oh, after this one. Oh.
So the basically it's the Eastern, isn't it? The Eastern Conference and Western. So
right.
Well, they split it up, but there's still a group. I don't know how many teams there are right now, if it's 16 or 32.
Right.
But they're right.
All I know is that when I was born, the Leafs stopped winning for some reason. But
your fault when
67, and now I complain every year since I blew like
division quarterfinals.
Keeps going.
Okay, right.
Game 7 failures. Game 7 failures. Murph, how many times have you heard me say they're absolutely just a Game 7 failure?
Who, the Leafs?
Yeah.
Well, it turned the tide.
That's their shtick.
20 years ago when Boston beat them, right?
Yeah.
This is the last time they were in the quarterfinals. It was against Boston, and Boston beat them.
Yeah.
So just
we'll see.
To keep
that's why everybody was hoping
out now. Boston's out. So
people were hoping that Florida would win because Boston always kicks their ass.
Yeah. But you know what, Keisha? It was fun to watch, okay? I would say, I don't even know if I want to call it a nail biter. I just felt like Toronto was not playing their best. Okay? No. And that last shot, that was luck. It was it was pure luck. It wasn't a set-up shot. It was a shot.
Yeah.
The Leafs should not have won that game because we were watching the game too, and the game actually was kind of crappy. Right?
Yeah. Andy, we don't see you on the green screen, so I'm just wondering if the link didn't work for some reason. Derek,
I'm messaging her right now.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
She's coming in here.
Bring her in.
Andy. All right. Without any further ado.
Who's gonna introduce her?
Yes.
Well, okay. So, anyway, I'll give a quick introduction.
You do it.
We've always been talking about ghost stories and seeing ghosts and wanting to get somebody on who's seen a ghost or wants to share a story. And so Mandy has agreed to. And Mandy lives in a very interesting place that had a great big battle in one of the most haunted places in the United States of America.
Oof.
She's out by Gettysburg.
Okay.
Yep. So, wow. You've all heard of it, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Well, without further ado, we should just bring Mandy on, and then she could tell us her ghost story.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mandy?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
There she is. Hi, Mandy. Nice to finally see your face.
I know, right?
You've been following us for a little while now, haven't you?
Whoops.
Only because of Derek.
Only because it's all Derek's fault.
Yes. It would be creepy if she was following us around because we're old guys.
Yeah.
Well, Derek's pretty old, but he retains his a little bit.
Yeah.
But Derek's pretty awesome.
We met playing video games online. There's a whole clan of us, right? There's a bunch. And these guys
nice.
They're all know each other, and they're all from the States, and they all are like friends and fucking relatives and shit. So,
that's cool. It's so cool.
And I just like it because it's cool. I get to like listen to the hey y'all, come on. I like it.
So which game do you guys play together?
Call of Duty.
COD.
Yeah. Right on.
Call of Duty Mobile.
Shooting people.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's a stress reliever.
Yeah.
What's all of this? Derek is awesome. I mean,
I know. Old man said Derek is awesome. Derek, everyone's just loving you today.
Yeah, Derek. Yeah.
My head's gonna start swelling soon.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good until he has to get off to go play basketball.
Yeah,
that's it. Eh?
For, I think it was it 2 months or whatever to go play pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball.
Pickleball.
He left our show to play pickleball,
which is quite.
I stopped playing COD
again,
to play pickleball too. Yeah. All right.
wow.
So, anyways, Mandy. So, let's hear about a ghost story in Gettysburg. By the way, how is it in Gettysburg right now? How's the weather?
Gross.
Crap.
It's raining.
crappy,
Is
shitty.
Is it
Yeah,
gross? Grainy?
yeah. They're having the same crap we are.
Yeah.
We had a double rainbow today, though.
Gettysburg's like
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
a double.
Did you go to the end?
That's awesome.
What was at the end of the rainbow?
This is it.
Nothing except for
What
Walmart.
was at the end of the rainbow?
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. I was going to say, hopefully not a
Oh,
McDonald's.
goodness.
It was a Walmart. Jesus.
The McDonald's was right beside the Walmart.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
That's
set
what the
the
kids
mood.
wanted for dinner.
I set the mood with a dark background to hear your ghost story.
All right. Yeah. So let's hear your ghost story, Mandy.
Wait a minute. Do we need any background music for it?
No.
Just get some light.
No.
No,
She's just going to tell us.
yeah.
She's going to tell us something cool.
Well, I was doing some research and I was going to give you more than one story, of course.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to start with the story of my personal life. So when I was probably about 10, 11, my cousin and my brother, we all three decided to go to Devil's Den here in Gettysburg. Well, when we were there, so we were walking through the field, we were looking at everything, and we decided to walk in the middle of the field where there was nothing. I mean, there was other people around, but they were doing the same thing we were. But
What's the Devil's Den?
It's
What is
where
that?
tons of people died.
Oh, it's all part of
It's-
Gettysburg.
Yeah, so it's like part of the
Yeah, okay.
battlefield.
Okay.
So we started to walk through the field. There you go. Derek has a picture. So we started to walk through that field.
Right.
And it looked a lot different back then. They rebuilt it up and everything. That's what it looks like now. But when we were walking through the field, my brother hit the ground. And at this point, he had a hard time breathing. Like he was just getting to the point where he wasn't breathing at all.
Ooh.
And he's trying to tell us, he's like, I've been shot. Somebody shot me. And just so me and my cousin picked him up and got him to the car. And he still wasn't breathing. So we were like, we have to go to the hospital.
Wow.
And as soon as we left Devil's Den, he started breathing normal. And then we looked at his chest. He had this big, huge black and blue mark where it looked like a cannonball shot him in his shoulder.
Ouch.
Wow.
And like as soon as we left, he was fine. It was the craziest experience that we've ever done. And I was like, what the heck just happened?
It's scary,
Hey,
yeah.
Ringo, see if you can get a
he
picture
felt
up
like
there
he
of
got.
Devil's Den, Gettysburg.
I'm doing it. I'm
All
on it.
Okay.
He felt like he got
Actually-
hit by something. That's why he went down.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it felt like somebody hit him, shot him.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a crazy experience, and like I wish I had pictures of it.
Yeah, no,
Of
that's
like
crazy.
the huge black and blue mark that was on his shoulder/chest.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that? Like what year roughly? You know, decade.
God, you're aging me.
Was it the 80s, 90s, 2000s?
It was probably the year 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been 10. Yeah.
So
It's
you're
crazy.
90s baby. Okay.
So, do you know if you've had any relatives that were involved in that battle? Is it any connections that way?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
No, I don't know that.
Into that? Oh,
I'm,
you should look into that. Yeah.
but my uncle is, I don't know if you heard of the Antietam battlefield. It was like past the Mason-Dixon line in Maryland.
Okay.
So he actually runs the museum down there in Sharpsburg, Maryland on the battlefield. And he always like witnesses like things within the museum, like things randomly moving, like lights turning off.
Oh, fucking hook us up with him. We want to talk to him.
Yeah.
You think he'd come on?
No, he's not tech savvy.
You'll
No,
have to go down and you'll have to go over there and set him up, and then he can come on the show, and we'll do a night at the museum.
I wish I could, but he's 2 hours away.
No.
It's a 2-hour drive. And also, I learned the other day that Gettysburg used to have a theme park.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It was
is
Roller
called-
coasters and stuff?
It was called Fantasyland. Apparently, it was like a storybook theme park.
Wow.
Oh, Derek's got Fantasyland in his backyard.
yeah. I got Fantasyland in my fucking brain.
Hold on.
I drive 2 hours in my sleep. Hey, Murph, I drive 2 hours in my sleep too. And fuck, man, you want to know what really sucks about driving 2 hours in your sleep? Getting woken up by the airbag.
Yeah.
Had that
That'll
happen
do
too.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
driving home from Niagara Falls.
Wow. Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There's
That's
also
amazing. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of link there with family history. You know, I'd try and follow up on that.
The reason
Yeah,
why
that
I
would be
wanted
pretty
Ringo
interesting.
to pull up a
Yeah.
picture is
I'm just going to do that,
It's-
Derek. I've got a.
it's on a big rock, just the surface, and I always find whenever you see a lot of spiritual stuff, it's around rocks or cliffs and stuff. Like when weird shit happens.
Yeah, at Devil's Den, where those rocks are, you saw where those rocks are. There's a crevice where you can actually crawl into. I mean, plenty of people have fell into that crevice, but that's where a lot of them died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fantasyland.
So this is the theme park.
So
I don't see any
I think I was at something similar to that. No,
I don't know what that is.
I
No,
went
it's
to
the Gettysburg Lost Theme Park, so it's Fantasyland. So what they do is they do reenactments and stuff.
I was going to say, it looks like they do reenactments there.
Yeah.
They do. They do a lot of them. And during the summer, you see people walking around in their outfits.
So
Fuck,
guy,
man!
I guess,
Imagine doing that. taking a handful of mushrooms and going and fucking playing Civil War.
Yeah, but see, that would be like you guys playing your video games, but you're doing it live.
Yeah, LARPing.
Yeah, it is.
Where he's at, though, see, there's KFC. I deliver for KFC, and there's McDonald's, and there's Friendlies. I deliver for those.
Cool.
But this is the visitor center.
So this is kind of in your backyard, I guess, right?
So this is things from the theme park. But where the visitor center is now is where Fantasyland was.
The chef is trying to catch Humpty. That is awesome. Right? That is so awesome.
Apparently they shipped some of the stuff to New Jersey and then somewhere else, but none of those landmarks are no longer there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
See, so when I was like 6 years old, I went through the States with my dad.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing a lot of stuff like this. Like this is all like from like the early 80s and shit, right?
Yes.
Or is that even older? Okay.
Mr. Muscleman.
So I'm gonna grab something else. So this is Pennsylvania, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm pretty familiar with Pennsylvania. I actually had some relatives that lived in just outside of Pennsylvania, about maybe 40 minutes in Dunkirk, outside of about an hour from Buffalo, New York. So we used to go to a place it was like a spiritual village in Pennsylvania. Just trying to think of the name of it now. It's pretty popular. Lilydale, which is full of So Lilydale, and I'll call it up, is it's kind of out in your neck of the woods, Mandy. Have you heard of it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Old man says, is the Schoolhouse Hospital still there? I guess that means in Gettysburg.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know of a Schoolhouse Hospital in Gettysburg? No.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of like Civil War hospitals that are marked. So it's possible that it's still there. I mean, there's like every other house you see a hospital sign in the yard.
Did you hear about something called Little Round Top? You mentioned that. Are you near Little Round Top?
I believe.
That's interesting. There's so much history there, eh? Holy crap.
So, Mandy, the reason I bring this up, Lilydale, is there's a lot of streams and stuff that run up in this area through Dunkirk and all of that, like very north of where you guys are. And they find there's like the War of 1812 or 14 was fought. So, to this day, they still find shell casings and all kinds of things, or not shell casings, but the shots, like the actual balls.
Lead balls,
yeah.
And guns and, parts of muskets and everything. But this here is Lilydale, and it's in Pennsylvania, and it's got a whole bunch of, it's a spiritualist town. So it's full of, psychics, a lot of altars all around. This is a forest temple, so a lot of Wicca type practices and things go on there, which kind of also plays into that whole theme about hauntings and stuff in the area, right? It's a very old, it's got a lot of history in that area. And then there's Gettysburg, right, which is kind of the mecca. If you're talking about ghosts,
energies, yeah.
Mm.
The most isn't that the biggest, most Americans killed on American soil?
Yeah, it was pretty terrible actually the way it went down. But so
is Chicago coming close yet?
Chicago?
In answer to the Little Round Top question, Little Round Top is part of the battlefield. They're actually redoing it right now. So
really?
I can't really tell you if it's still there or not. They won't. Okay. It's been closed for like the last year.
Okay.
So no one's really been into it because they closed it off.
They're trying to rebuild stuff like it used to be. Is that what they're doing down there?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like them rebuilding, like reconstructing areas to make it safer for people to like walk, or if they're taking things out that are not like safe for people. I know that's what they have been doing because, tons of people walk, ride their bikes, run through the battlefield, and like those roads aren't that big.
Right.
Derek's seen pictures of me taking videos. They're not that big.
Okay. Yeah, they're like our country roads back here, right? We're all from small towns. Except for George. He's a big city boy. He's a concrete jungle guy.
I'm George of the concrete jungle. Yeah, that's me.
There's also houses here that still have cannonballs in the side of them, which is pretty cool.
Now, that's the shit I like.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's just
here's actual evidence of.
Look at the like some of these images, right? This is just searching.
Well, this was the last stand up and fight war, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, that was World War I. Sorry, World War I.
Yeah.
World War I was last because they came out with the machine guns after that and just fucking.
Yeah.
You don't run across the battlefield no more.
No.
So, Mandy, you said you were going to tell us a couple of stories. What's another one?
Oh, you got another one?
What was the Hanover story? Is that a different story?
Well, let me tell you this one first, and then we'll get to that one.
Okay.
So,
all right, we got a couple.
There's another one in Gettysburg. It's called Sachs Bridge.
Okay.
I live in Uxbridge. Oh my God.
It's like the oldest and most famous covered bridge. They used it to cross the Marsh Creek to get from the south side to the north side. And so basically, with so many people dying there, it's...
You just froze, or did I freeze?
Nobody froze.
No, nope. We're all here. We're all thought out.
That was
all good
on my end.
So basically, if you go there at nighttime and start taking pictures, you can actually see soldiers hanging from the bottom of the bridge.
Wow.
And they're like where they were hung.
Nice. Not nice.
You could see them walking, like figures walking back and forth on the bridge. Is pretty cool.
Have you actually gotten pictures yourself or your friends or?
No, I haven't. I just seen like people posting videos and pictures. I really want to go myself.
Derek, what are your thoughts on a road trip?
I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I would be down on a road trip to that area and then maybe stopping at Lilydale on the way.
I would do a road trip once I get my what once I can cross the board, fuck, man. Once I get my pardon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I got in trouble, believe it or not,
right
once in
now,
my life.
Your pardon. I beg your pardon. You're done.
Actually, you want to know something? So I started doing my pardon, and you had to wait 5 years with no convictions, right?
Right.
So I did that. Yay. And I started my pardon. As I got through it, it takes like a year or over, right? So I got halfway through it, and they changed the law to 7 years.
Oh, no.
No, really?
Right? So I'd already paid all my money, had it all, and nope, can't do it. It wasn't done by this date. Won't work.
Lunch bag let down there.
Yeah. Wait my 2 more years. Hey, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, but Derek, can you just like maybe go to prison for, I don't know, 6 months or something and just kind of
just clear it all up? No,
you know what? Listen, prison is awesome. You're gonna get 3 meals a day.
Yep.
Right? You're gonna get time out in the yard. Okay.
Yep.
And then you're gonna get a lot of recreational activities that you want or don't want. We'll just leave it at that.
Do they still hand out at the prison? Do they still hand out soap on a rope?
No.
Oh, see, that's a bad thing. You want soap on a rope.
Fucking prisons, you guys have been
because it's kind of like the whole Mr. Potato Head thing, right? Like soap on a rope is suggestive. So
this is Canadian prisons, man. That shit don't happen.
What's
that? Yeah?
In Canadian prisons, it's not like you oh, hey, let's go fuck that guy in the bum. Okay, Jim, let's go. Oh, look, he's in the shower. We're just going to fuck him in the ass. All right. I'm with you, Hank. Yeah, no, like, fuck.
Well, yeah, so there goes the whole family show concept.
There you go.
I know, eh? We were doing good until that happened.
Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
He can't go to jail. I need him to play COD with.
Well, maybe I could go to a jail that I'm allowed to have a phone.
Old man saying he did a motorcycle ride to Gettysburg. Read about it before you go. It'll be an awesome experience. Yeah, that's a great point because I travel a lot as well. And now what I do is I try and research the area that I'm going to and look for maybe the off-beaten types of experiences. For example, North Island, Vancouver. I'll be spending a lot of time at if everything works out this summer. And my plan is to go in search of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not working hard, hard at work. So, and the thing I've got, like, it just gnaws at me. Like, why do they always find just one print, right? Sometimes they'll find multiple ones, but then they just drift off. And, why? Right. That's because I believe, it could be a derivative of an ape. But so I'm open to the idea, but then it's like, well, why one cast? And
I always figured, I had figured that out.
It's multi-dimensional.
Bigfoot was a lot like the Hulk. And the Hulk, remember, he had superpowers. He could jump like for 5 miles. So he'd land one footprint, poof, and the next one would be like 5 miles away. They'd never find it.
Anyways, Mandy, we won't keep you any longer. Thank you for coming on.
No, she has another story.
We're not done the Hanover story yet.
Waiting for this.
Are you trying to get rid of me already?
Holy shit, Derek! What are you doing?
That's no way to treat our guests, Derek.
I know, eh?
Like, the Hanover stories to come yet.
Oh, this Hanover story. Okay, no story. I thought we were keeping her.
Wow, he wasn't paying attention.
Me? I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, well then there you go. Hey.
You guys are fun.
Okay, so
turn a notice of Derek.
I know, eh?
Yeah.
You could just replace him with me. It's okay.
Yeah, there you go. You
old man's waiting for your story. So let's.
You got the big screen. You got the big screen, Mary. You're the most important right now.
All right.
Or Mandy.
You've got the floor. You got the floor.
All right.
What's
So-
that? Raystown. Oh, Raystown.
Raystown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1912
Raystown.
Lake.
All right.
I'm going there on vacation
What's
for a
Raystown?
week.
What is it?
Raystown used to be a town, and it got flooded, and now it's like a 7-mile lake.
Oh.
I've actually heard
So
of
there's-
that. Yes.
Yeah, so there's
Yes.
a town underneath the lake, and I go swimming there every
Yeah.
year.
Cool. Can you like go snorkeling there and like see shit?
Maybe I don't snorkel, so I'll take you with
I
me
imagine,
and
like,
you can
could go
try.
scuba too, right?
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
I'm a tropical weather swimmer. It has to be fucking warm for me to swim.
So, all right, back to my story, Derek.
Yeah,
I know,
go ahead.
eh?
Yeah. Come on, let's hear about your story. Your Hanover story.
All right, so I used to work in this pharmacy in Hanover. This guy that I worked with, he was one of my managers. So apparently his house was haunted with bad spirits. His house was on the news. His house was on one of those hunting shows, like ghost hunt shows.
Oh yeah.
Like it was really bad. Like he would tell me stories about how his wife would go upstairs and like this bad energy would start hitting her and like try to chase her out of the house. And like every time he would try to go inside, like he would just start feeling weak. So they were trying to sell the house, but nobody wanted it.
Okay.
How about one? Like, who would want that?
Mm-hmm.
But
you don't tell people. Right?
It was on the news and it was on TV, national TV. Like,
yeah, it's gonna. It's not somebody would buy it. There'd be somebody who would end up being going, "Oh, I want a haunted house like that," or you know what I mean?
Yep.
some people would because they're crazy.
Yeah.
But like he was a short
Wouldn't it
little
be cool to hang
guy.
out with, like the afterlife?
Right.
He's a short guy.
Come on, Derek. She's trying to tell a story here. He's a short little guy. Come on.
But it was just like all of his stories about this bad energy, like trying to get them out of the house. Like they would pick up things to throw it at them, like try to hurt them. They kind of fired me before I even got the rest of the story, if they moved or didn't move. Well, I didn't get fired. I got left to go because it was a private pharmacy. So, and they weren't doing business. So they were like, I'll give you workers. What is that? When you're laid off?
Workers' compensation?
No.
Severance?
When you're in between jobs, when you're looking for a new job. Oh my gosh, what is that called?
We call it EI.
Yeah, it's some
employment insurance.
Yeah, so like they were like, we're letting you go, but we're gonna pay you until you find another job. And I was like, sweet.
Cool.
But I thought that
is cool. Okay.
But yeah, if you look up, you can actually look it up. It's actually on the Travel Channel. It's on YouTube. It's called The Hanover Haunting.
Okay.
If you want to learn more about it.
All right. I'm going to write that down.
You can just go.
That'll give you some insight and something to look at later.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a few movies. What was that one?
Poltergeist. Or no, Amityville Horror.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Poltergeist. Yeah, that's the same kind of deal, right?
That's what I was thinking. Like, this sounds like a poltergeist. It was throwing shit around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I want to go see the Conjuring House.
Oh yeah, from that movie where she's hung on the tree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So on my bucket list is the Conjuring House, the Overlook Hotel in Colorado, and then I will make it one day, even though I live in the same state. Yeah, that's the house, and I want to go to Pennhurst.
So what's the fascination with these like possessed houses? What do you mean? What piqued your interest in these kind of places?
Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking interesting.
They're all haunted.
Have you ever been to England? That's awesome. Dead.
Well, they're not just haunted, are they? They're a bit more than haunted.
They're occupied.
Yeah, they're like possessed, really, aren't they?
So what do you want to do? Just see
negative
them,
energy,
or do you want to go in them?
I want to go in them and stay. Like, you could stay at Pennhurst.
Spend the night.
You could stay at the Conjuring House, and you could stay at the Overlook Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
So the reason why I want to go to the Overlook Hotel is because I'm a big Stephen King fan.
Okay.
Right.
And I like the movie The Shining, but also there's so much history there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stay in a certain room, like, things start coming alive.
Are you talking about the hotel on Finger Lakes area of New York?
No, this one's in Colorado.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Overlook Hotel.
Okay. Yeah, there's a hotel in Finger Lakes that has a haunted room. I thought it had something to do with The Shining as well, but maybe not. So I stayed in a hotel Fort Garry in Winnipeg, and it's very haunted. I stayed in the I think they thought they were playing a funny joke and put me in the most haunted room in the hotel. And stuff went down. It was interesting.
Cool.
But I am a ghost hunter, seasoned, so I didn't freak out.
I mean, once my kids get old enough and move out, I'm going on road trips, and you're allowed to come with. I'd be like, I'm not taking care of you anymore. Bye.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3. Oh, wow.
I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
And then there's
that's going to be a while before you get out on road trips. Then.
Yeah.
Not really, because the 9-year-old can take care of the 2-year-old in 6 years?
Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She'll be 15.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Gotcha. You got this all planned out.
Good luck with that, Andy, because what will happen is that teenagers not going to want to do that. And by the way, my daughter's 26 and she's still living at home, and her boyfriend's 32, I think. So I'll never get rid of them.
Well, what I'm hoping is my girls, which are the 9 and 2-year-old, turn out like me, which the 9-year-old already is into these things. So I'm hoping that Lucy gets into this and we could just do it all together.
Well, to make that happen, you have to win the lottery, right? Like, to get them to move on, because the economics are different. When we were, I don't know how old you are, but
how do we go from the kids liking to do the same haunting thing to economics?
Well, about moving kids.
I want my kids to like ghosts too. So if 2010, you make 48,000.
I just don't want my kids to be ghosts in my house. I want to move out.
Okay, so what I find is girls leave. girls leave and they come back and they usually bring dogs, and then they bring kids, and then they bring a husband and or whatever. And guys usually, when they go.
Sure.
But they go and visit the parents and hang out with the parents, where the women, nope, see ya.
I mean, my son doesn't live with me. He lives with his dad. I mean, under circumstances, Derek knows, but he can't live with me. So it's just me and the girls.
Yeah. So you got a better kind of. So
I don't have to worry about the one.
Back to the ghost.
There you go.
Like, do you like go out with friends and actively look for ghosts, like do your own ghost hunting kind of thing, or you just kind of run into these experiences on rare occasion?
I haven't lately because of having the 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And
but you did before that.
Like, I would take the younger ones and we would go walk around at night because they liked it.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
I don't remember.
When you were younger, though, like when you were like a teenager and stuff, like, have you always lived there?
No.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking, like, when you're a teenager, like, I know the town I grew up in, I could tell you every graveyard. I could tell you every trail, every, hidden passage when you lived there. So I didn't know if it would.
Right.
But you didn't grow up there, so it's.
So basically,
you still get to investigate.
I was born here. So I was born in Gettysburg Hospital.
Oh, okay.
That's cool, when you think about it.
Yeah.
I live in Bendersville, so it's outside of Gettysburg.
Right.
I lived here for like 2 years of my 1 and 2, and then we actually moved into Gettysburg, and I was 3, 4, and 5. But then we moved to a place called Waynesboro. Basically, the Civil War went through there too, but it just wasn't as haunted as Gettysburg is. So it's like, wasn't that big of a thing. But we still made visits back here with my cousin. We just didn't see anything major. And then I moved back here 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I want to go back.
Yeah.
So I guess you believe in ghosts and spirits because you've seen stuff in your lifetime, or?
Dude, she just said your brother got shot by a fucking cannon.
I know, but there's got to be other things than just that. Like,
I mean, I do believe in spirits.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because I could sit at my parents' house that actually live in Waynesboro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you could see, like, out of nowhere, like, you can see, like, little round orbs floating through the house and then disappear. The one night my mom was talking to me with my dad, and apparently, so they live in on the bottom floor, and then there's an apartment above them. So,
Mandy, is it a century home that they're living in? Like, is it a century home? Like
over 100 years old.
100-year-old.
Yeah, it's really old.
Yeah.
So
the walls kind of like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay. So basically, what they were trying to explain to me was they saw this orb start coming out of their ceiling.
Yep.
And it was like a flash of light and hit the ground and vanished.
Okay.
And I was like, what? Like, I lived there for a while, so it's not like I'm thinking my parents are crazy. Like, I know
right.
go on in that house. I mean,
is that experience, is that happening in their dining room area?
No, that's their living room.
Oh, living room. Okay.
This place that I live in now is very old. It used to be a 4-bedroom house, and they converted it into two apartments.
Right.
So I live on the 2nd floor.
Yep.
And like random things just fall. Some things just move. Like there's something here, but I lived here for the last 6 years, so it's not out to hurt us. So I know it's not something bad in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always take command of the, you just basically focus, and sometimes if you're being bothered, if you light yourself a white candle, that'll calm things down, or you can actually command the spirits not to bother you, right? Because
yes.
It's your home, right?
Yeah, they don't bother us at all. Like I have me and the 2 children, and some things you just hear creaking of a door or something falling, and I'm just like, okay, do your thing. Do what you want.
Yep.
How so, like, Ringo?
You're not hurting me.
Well,
I understand it's an old place and people lived here before me, and so be it.
So you said you hear things falling and doors creaking. Have you ever heard voices, like them call your name or something? Like, have you heard that kind of stuff?
Sometimes I do.
You came and you give without taking.
Sometimes
isn't that old Mandy?
Yes. Sometimes I do hear, like, I think my 9-year-old is calling me.
Right.
But like I would walk in her room and it'd be like, are you calling for me? And she would be like, no. And I'm just like, I swear I just heard somebody's voice, like calling for mom.
Right.
Like, it's like the weirdest experience. And it happens all the time.
You could, how often do you hear the voices?
You could you could do your own little EVP session, right? Where you have yourself even a phone, right? That records, or something that records, or an old, like a tape player kind of thing, and put it out and ask questions, right? And then play back. And
see if you can capture something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skylar wants to say hi.
For a little while, and it's interesting that there are things you can't hear. Hey, there are things you can't hear.
Oh, go to bed.
When you rewind and
love you
have a listen through, you can hear things, right? I was telling Heiko about some footage that I took when I was doing my ghost hunting things, and on both, video stills. I got great still pictures, and then some EVP stuff as well, right?
I mean, there was this one time, it was really weird.
In band camp?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
There was this very, so you have to walk down from my hallway, you have to walk down steps to get to my front door.
Right.
The one night scared the hell out of us. Like, there was a very loud banging on the door.
Yep.
And you know how police bang on doors. It literally sounded like there was a police officer at my door.
Yeah.
I went to my door. There was no one there. The neighbors came out, and I was like, was there somebody at my door? And they're like, no. And they searched the neighborhood, like nobody was out there. And like there was no one.
Really?
No one here. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
and I'm just like
a question about spiritual voices that are in a different realm.
I'd like to hit that one maybe too. Go ahead, Ringo.
So how can you record them? So that's a good question. But the answer lies in the white noise space. So when you hear some feedback, what it's doing is an EVP session is it's an it's like a field, right? So there's spirits in their best form are really collective energy, right? And that energy can manipulate other energy sources. So there are things like that are completely designed to match some of those feedback or white noise feedback with actual vocabulary of words, right? And these are in the form of spirit boxes, which are interesting. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on them, but certainly I've had a lot of sessions where we've gotten answers back, and it's not clear. You have to really listen, put on a set of headphones, maybe enhance the audio, but it becomes a bit of a medium for them to communicate through, right? And if you're into let's say the concept of spirits talking through people, or mediums, actual mediums. I was talking about
mediumship.
Yeah. So if you believe in that, then they become a vessel for that energy as well, right? Some very powerful, and mediums can get pretty animated and controlled, in fact, right? So there's a lot of different ways. So it's a good question. I mean, if you have experiences that are different, then by all means bring them up. But my experience with them, which I definitely have firsthand, I used to be the tech guy. Although I'm open-minded, I used to be the tech guy on our team. We had 4 psychics and other investigators as part of it. But I wasn't there to be skeptical and debunk. I was there to be very objective and collect as much data as I could, because I'm very scientific in that way. And got some things that were really compelling. We've experienced, like you mentioned earlier, Mandy, about, feeling sick and all of that sort of stuff. I was setting up for an investigation the night before we were coming in with the team. So I was there by myself setting up the gear. And I went up to this, it was an attic, a rooftop attic. And as I got to the top of the platform, I felt really nauseous. And it was only in that threshold. So the owner of the house said, "You feel that?" And I said, "I feel something. I'm not, feeling kind of queasy." He goes, "Yeah, now move out of the threshold." So I did, and I started to feel better again. So it was that threshold in that area. There's something there, right? So I think that
Ringo, correct me if I'm wrong though. Like, with O-Man's recording the voices. Mm-hmm. If you're in a different realm or whatever you want to call it, dimension, circle, that doesn't that just mean our frequency as humans aren't picking it up? Like that different dimension doesn't mean it's a different place. It's right here, but it's just different.
So Deanna, one of the psychics that we brought on here a few times, and she's just absolutely brilliant. And I do some work with her, but she says to me that I have I have people around me all the time, a lot of people, and they're always trying to get my attention. So yeah, in our natural world, we're not going to be necessarily in tune with that. I deliberately try to shut it off because yeah, I do pick up some things, and so I worked with Deanna on going back to let's say events that had happened, and going back to do almost like a 360, almost like a VR type of investigation on going back to figure out, okay, so let's look at the situation a little bit deeper. And I'm telling you, it was very mind-blowing because I'd never been, experienced that, and she helped me get
right. That's
cool.
Well,
yeah, it is after 11. It's 10 after.
Yeah.
Just heads it up. You miss me, don't you?
Yeah. We should,
especially on Ghost Hunters. Like, if you watch episodes of Ghost Hunters, like when they're using the devices, like they have to like go back and redo like the audio, and it takes them a couple of times for them to listen to actually see and hear like what they're actually saying. And some of them are mean and just like, leave, get out, I don't want you here. And it's just like crazy, and you're like, do I really want to go places and hear this?
When you got to punch up the audio and use kind of filters for it. But okay, so Old Man saying, are the replies always in your language or other languages? That's a good point as well.
My step grandmother was a medium, right? Or medium.
Mm-hmm.
And when she would go into her trance, she would have a different accent. She would be English and have a different accent. And when it was weird. She would look all of a sudden serious, and she would start talking some weird fucking shit.
Yeah.
Right. And when she did it when I was there, that was apparently my spirit guide who was talking. Yeah. And it was crazy. Like, yeah, so I've heard different languages.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Generally, I've heard English, and not multiple languages. And however, I've heard other things that aren't languages, but I know what they are, right? But it's so it's a lot more creepy than we want to get into now. But and then I've seen people physically injured, scratched, that sort of thing, like literally right in front of me.
Just marks.
So yeah, I think for an entity to really be able to sort of get materialize into something that could do harm, I think there's a ton of energy behind it that brings all of that electrical field into some kind of a tangible presence, right? And this is where you get a lot of manifestations. And you have to, when you're experimenting at any level, you have to be respectful and learn how to open and close a session properly, or you're going to bring things home with you, right? So, but yeah, to your point, Derek, we should probably wrap it up. It's a quarter after. You and I have to get up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Whoa!
Whoa! Hey, look who it is!
What the hell just happened? I looked down, looked up, and there it was.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Yeah,
it's my turn.
What are you eating tonight, Ringo or Heiko?
I got my mixed bag of nuts and bolts that I make myself. Yeah, it's so good. There's so many good things in there. I know, I like that. There's some corn in there. That's the loud shit.
He likes nuts.
Oh, hey,
Old man.
old man.
Yeah, old man
Sure.
says, thanks, Mandy.
You're welcome.
And he says he has stories you might like in the future. Well, you should have told us one tonight.
Yeah, you should come on some night. Oh man,
We're gonna. You know what? It's funny because next Monday is old man's birthday, so maybe we can have him on for a bit.
On for old man's birthday.
Yes.
Hey, what do you think of that?
I think he should.
I think so too.
He got to see me, so I need to see him.
All right.
And I'll be back with more stories. I'll figure out something.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure out something.
Yeah, we should do it.
Even if it's just to come talk.
Yeah, we'll get the ghost to come talk.
Yeah.
So Richard missed George's backside.
Was this Richard?
You could let him look close. He's not.
You got to get on the show earlier, Richard, because Derek guessed it. And it
was the Rolling Stones.
Kathy was all over it, but
yeah,
both.
So actually, you want to know something? Just because old man says busy in Toronto that night, I want to just bring something up. So, a friend of mine.
George, what book is that?
I was reading it just before we came on, by the way, because it's Walpurgis Nacht, right? It's just finished.
What happened to Heiko?
In a few different editions.
So a friend of mine went to watch the Leafs game the other night, and before they went to a couple concerts, and then he went and watched the Leafs game, and then he went to a couple more concerts, and on the way home, he was randomly stabbed. He was punched in the face and stabbed 3 times. So some random guy was just pissed off at the world and punching people in the face and stabbing them in Toronto last weekend.
Wow.
There's been a spate of that, hasn't there?
There has.
Like these guys, these homeless guys and things like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And on the subway.
Yeah.
George.
Oh. Hey,
there I am.
Hey, you're back.
I don't know what's going on. But anyways, that was a great show tonight. And we had one of our fans finally come on, Mandy. Thanks for being on our show tonight. That was awesome. We hope you keep watching and listening to us and tune in. And we'd like to thank some of the other people that were on our show tonight, which was Kathy, James, Murph, Olaf, Mandy, Richard, and Keisha. We love having you guys on. Hopefully you join us again. Richard says awesome. I agree. Thanks to all my co-hosts and buddies out there, everybody who's a part of the show. Let's do it again next Monday night when we have Old Man on for his birthday. Join us next week, everybody, for another edition of the Heikadelic Show. And for now, cheers. Have an awesome week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Wiggleton, and I'm actually the producer and janitor here at the Heikadelic Show. But anyhow, I think it's good, but it really it's pretty late show, so I don't even watch it myself, so I have no idea what it's about. But that Heiko guy, he's pretty smart. He is pretty smart. He doesn't pay me well, but he's pretty smart.
Hey there. I saw the most disgusting thing on the internet the other day. It was one of those reels, and they were taking wieners and looking at them under the microscope, raw wieners. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there were that many creepy crawlies. on a raw wiener. So make sure your wiener's cooked really well or boiled. Don't eat it raw. This is sort of a Heikadelic announcement to keep you safe. Anyway, enjoy the show.